Hold on. We'll find out. I'll quickly check this one and I'll check the yellow one. One of the two's got fuel. Or it might be the red one. Because I have a backup car. You've got 0 in your tank, but you're a workable car. Hold on. I think they'll take a minute to get to me. And I won't run out of fuel while I'm waiting. So, do I still have fuel on us? Yes. Cool. Do I still have the hose? Yes. Alright. I'll get that filled up and I'll go mow them down and then I'll free up my car. So, oh, they're getting close. I might have to kill... That's a 3. That's a group of 3 right there. That's actually a problem because I think they can drag me down. Hold on. If I can just put some fuel in it. I don't need a lot in this. Get some fuel in it just quick. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. That's plenty enough. That is plenty enough. Get in the car. As long as it starts. There we go. Get out of my car park. There's one still alive, I think. I don't know. I'll just run over these couple. Just give me a second, guys. I'll catch up with what you said in a moment. I'll get you guys nicely run over. I don't need to... Oh, I've got you stuck under my thing. Also, just, I'm not taking advice unless I'm, like, actively asking for it. Like I'll make it pretty obvious that I'm asking a question and stuff. I'm trying to mostly fuck around and find out with, at this point in the game. I'll bring you over here, but I don't think there's any... No, there's a couple of zombies over here. Alright. If I back for a second, I think we're good on this corner. I can get out and give you some more fuel. And we should be good. Then I'll have 2 cars that got fuel up here in this corner, so I can free one up if I need to, you know. Is it, 41 is much better if you want to mod base game. 42 is definitely better. That's fair. Like, I don't play with mods anyway, so, like, to me... Either or, doesn't matter. I must have mowed them down. It's fine. As long as they're not too close to my van. Because I don't really want them to stink this thing up. Let's chuck this back in here. And I'm gonna have to get more water. I need to have my other water bottle on me. And I need some food. Let's hit up that marinara stuff. I played 650 hours on 41 and I tried 42. It felt like a new game. Yeah, I found that there was a few people that were like having a bit of an issue with like the things that did change between 41 and 42. I didn't really have enough experience on the other one because like I could barely like, you know, fight. I could barely like use inventory and stuff like that. All that kind of stuff. So it really was negligible time spent on 41, you know, for me. So yeah. I'll have to see if I can get that car off the corpse. I reckon that there's a live corpse underneath that I'm stuck on. We'll see. I've had my car stuck on a few corpses, and only since like the most recent update has that actually been an issue, because previously you could kind of like keep moving and the car would kind of like keep knocking the zombies, right? But when I got stuck then, I got stuck and it didn't seem to like buff them off, which is a bit of a problem because obviously I don't want to get dead in the car. Okay, could you imagine if you could hit them into like the light pole and like get them dead that way? Hi mate, let's just get you run over. So we take you down, get you run over. I'll come back over the front of you. I don't know if the other guy's getting up. He is. He's getting up too. Alright. They added a new OST too. They're pretty good. I have noticed that the music is stronger and there's like times when it's like almost sort of like freaks you out a little bit. I don't know if he's dead. I don't know if I heard a squish. But fine. I don't want to leave this too close into town. Let me get it off here. I'm okay to put it kind of up where I was. I don't mind like acquiring a few cars into like a location as long as I can tell where they are. There is the 3 zombies down there. I will zip them up here. Alright, let's put this up here. Yeah, I don't even think I've got like 600 odd hours in Zomboid yet. Like, I've been playing this for... I started not last Christmas, the Christmas before it. And yeah, I'm still going, but like I only get like 4 to 8 hours a week to play on it. So, and like next week I'm not streaming Project Zomboid, I'm not playing it because I've got 3 days off for rigging my avatar and stuff. So I won't get to play it next week. So yeah, normally whenever I take a break and stuff, there's a chance that I might... Alright, here we go. Got off them. There's a chance that I might die when I come back, as always, because, like, I'm out of practice all of a sudden, you know? There'll definitely be zombies in there. There's a couple coming up from there. That looks good. Looks like a nice car. That one's not too bad either. I'll just wait till they catch up to me because I want to get them out of this house down here too, if I can. Like 45 minutes to refund of the game. I mean, I have heard that like it's a pretty steep fucking learning curve. Like the first few streams that I did, I basically just stood in a house while people just like pasted like walls of text of like advice and like how to do stuff and whatever, because like I didn't know how to do jack shit. I'd never even seen anybody play it, except for, like I said, like I watched like a streamer and stuff do like a special event, but they weren't playing the game, they were just doing something and they're all experienced, they knew what they were doing. So yeah, once I got past that, once we got past the like, you know, lots and lots of help and lots of advice and stuff, I got to a point where I'm like, I kind of feel like it's not that like I know what I'm doing, but it's that I'd like to find out myself at this point. So like if I do something, like there's a chance that I will do it bad or fuck up. Like as I said, like I want to find an antique stove, but I don't want to know where one is, because if I don't find one and we get to winter, it's gonna suck. Like winter's going to be very, very hard, you know, and I'll have to like figure that out. I've also had some glitches with 42 where, like, for instance, there was that week where I couldn't boil water, or I couldn't sterilize bandages in a pot of water on the stove, and so I had to learn how to sterilize bandages with like alcohol and stuff because of it, which was actually kind of useful because I learned there was more ways to do what I was already doing, you know? So, I mean, it's been good. Even the glitches have been useful, except for obviously that one time that I got stuck in a building and then I had to like basically call on the help of my fucking Discord to like say, hey, how do I get myself out of the building, or I have to like start a new save. And like they basically like told me how to like get God mode and shit. So I had to like briefly God mode myself out of a building and then like mark it up like crazy so I just don't go back inside of it. But yeah, like I haven't had anything that bad for a while, which is good. Alright, we got rid of most of these guys. Hey Reaper Creeper, come in. What are you up to? What's the plan on the avatar modeling? Is it going to be 3D? No. It's going to be live 2D avatar. I've already drawn her. I'm in the process of rigging her. I'm like about 400 hours in at this stage, and yeah, I'm getting there. I might actually take this for a quick sip since I've still got fuel in it and I'm still okay for food and drink at the moment. But yeah, it's taken me like 150 odd hours to draw her. Then I'm about 250 odd hours into rigging, I think, at this point, 260 or something. And I was taking off like every Wednesday. Like initially I was trying to do it on my weekends. This is a Gigamart. I actually want to go in here. I was trying to do it on my weekends and I just wasn't able to do it because I still have like health conditions and stuff. Even though my health conditions are doing really good this year for the most part, I still require like a lot of like more rest than the average person and shit most of the time. So weekends just weren't an option. And then I started taking off Wednesdays, and that wasn't like helping either. Because like I found out that like after I finish streaming RimWorld on Tuesdays, I'm exhausted. I don't finish editing until like 8 a.m. and then I don't get to go to bed until like midday or 1 most of the time. So it's usually a late day. So I don't have enough time to do rigging and then rest. Like rest after stream and rig and then rest again before the next stream Thursday. So what I've been doing is this year, I've pretty much from March started doing like a couple of days off every week. Like the idea is like probably what do you call it? I do like Wednesday plus Thursday or Wednesday plus Tuesday or Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And on some months I'll do Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then the following Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, so that I can have more time to work on her, so I can just get her like done. But yeah, like as you guys know with my avatar and stuff, I have a lot of different hair colors, I have a lot of different outfits and stuff, and I have no experience prior to starting rigging on rigging an avatar in the first place. Like I know of them, I know that they like are a thing, they exist and stuff, like live 2D avatars and stuff, but yeah, I had no intention of specifically making one like ASAP, but you guys got it unlocked in the Billathon event I did last year. So oh no, fuck off mate, I hope that was just my clothing. I was not expecting a zombie, which is fair. I don't see any flashing bubbles. Okay, it was only clothing. Holy shit, mate. I'm going outside first things first. I did beat my horn to try to like attract them up. Holy crackers, that is too lucky. What did I lose clothing wise? Hold on, let me stand over here where it's like wide and open. I can see shit. It had to be like the back of my gear. Not gonna be like my shoes or anything. Shirt. Did it get all the way? No, my shirt's still good. Jeans, inspect. There's blood on that. That's fine. There's blood, but there's no things. There's blood. I'm not seeing any holes on anything. So what did they tear? Is it my vest again? Okay, there's a hole on my vest. Okay, they got my vest. Holy crap. God damn, that's so lucky. Alright, let me shut that door for a second. I'll eat some shit out of my car. God damn. Alright. I did come over here and antagonize like some zombies straight up by barking my horn and then like fuck off. So I mean that was a gamble to begin with. I do need water though. So I might come back to this and I'll go up to the service station again and I'll get more water and we'll sleep up there again for the night. So yeah, at least the main road should be cleared out of zombies now, which would be nice, ideally. Happens a lot. It's a new to game. My friends got me into this, and then at first I was really bad, but then I got better. And this one time we fought off like a lot of them. And what? Hold on. Let me just get up to a servo first. It's a little bit hard for me to like read and also potentially not hit anything. And it's pretty late at night, so I do want to just zip up and get water before I sit back down in the car. Here we are. So I'll park up much closer. Like we're still good for fuel, but I think I'll be okay if I park here for the night. I've been parking down near my blue car because it's got a lot of high visibility and stuff. But so far this has been good. This has not had stuff in here. Let me get water because I've got 2 drink bottles with me. First it was really bad, but then got this one time we fought off like a lot and got an area clear, but opened the door and straight up zombie bit me. So usually I have more of like a lapse in like, I don't know, not so much like paying attention, but I get relaxed with like zombies. It's how you normally die in Zomboid, is you get overconfident that like you'll be alright or that you have lots of skills or something and then you die, right? That's usually how it goes. But in my case, I I should have realistically thought that they would be up against the window, but because it didn't do like a jump scare at the window, my first thought was like, oh, there's no zombie at the door, right? Because it would normally be like right there. But I did just go bark my horn to try to draw them forwards and to try to draw them out. Because if they're in any locked rooms inside, they should now be banging on the doors instead of just passively grumbling inside. Because if you make noise inside, they will like obviously rap on the doors and stuff. But like if you're pretty quiet and you sneak around, you may not necessarily disturb one to make it aware that you're there. I also have my second drink bottle on me, which I want to put in the car as well. But typically my problem is if I get spooked by a zombie, I do immediately turn around. It's a automatic response that I throw my mouse forwards every time, which rotates my character once I'm trying to fight. So yeah, that is an issue I've got. But like I said earlier, I've learnt enough to wear enough layers that I should be okay when fighting a zombie, that even if I do turn around, I should still somewhat survive. Like, I survived that because I've got a vest and a shirt and a jacket and like probably fucking something else on, you know? So I've got a much better odds that when they take a bite or try to scratch me, they kind of, you know, fuck that up instead. So how's my tailoring? So the girl that had tailoring died. So yeah, I have books and I have a lot of clothes and I have a lot of rags and stuff. So I will oh, there's a couple of zombies over here. So I will take my time to get my skills up. I do want to work on that, maybe in winter. But again, like I said, I'm trying to bring home a lot of food right now and I've got to find an antique stove before winter. And then I can kind of sort of focus then on like reading the books and trying to get thread and stuff. Because I'd like to be able to get to a point where if I am bitten in a limb, which I normally get bitten in the torso, usually, which is annoying because like on the body, I normally get a bite here or I'll get a bite like here on the hip or something. So you can't do anything about that if you're bitten in your like your midsection or your head, right? But if it's your hand, foot, arm, leg, you can amputate them and stuff. And I would like to have enough thread and medical stuff to potentially do that, ideally. Also, if she's the only zombie inside here at the door, I might drag her corpse out and away. That way I don't keep getting sick when I walk over it. I think she could have been, just based on where she was, there was this nook here. She could have been up against this wall banging on the wall, and therefore when I walked in, I didn't see her. So that could have happened. So I'm just going to grab her. I'll just drag her outside away from where I'm going to be for a while. But yeah, no, I want to try to dabble in a little bit of tailoring. I also found like a spinny wheel thing as well, so I'm going to try and use that as well. Chuck you here. There you go. That should be far enough away from my car and the passageway that it should be okay, you know. I do feel like there is another zombie in here because there's an upstairs and back rooms. So we'll see how we go. The other thing too is originally I wouldn't fight the zombies without like a bat or a weapon. And now I'm quite willing to fight them with like, you know, my feet or whatever. So a thing like barehanded. So that gives me, I feel like, a bit more of an advantage. I'm going to get behind the counter because there's going to be a zombie. I want to be able to see. Because a zombie, if one's out here, it won't be able to get to me once I'm behind the counter. There is like another set of back rooms here, so there could be... I'm not hearing zombies. But I don't like how that turns. Okay. This doesn't look like it's got any in there. And that could have something up the back there. For all I know. What have you got around this corner? What is this corner? Because the zombie could be trapped in here. Okay, we got a back door. Alright, that's fine. I just got to make sure this place is clear before I start looting it. Because I've made the mistakes before of looting a place and it absolutely still having zombies. Plus, if there's any doors that they've broken out of, I won't be surprised about it, because I was antagonizing zombies on the other side for like a long time. Alright, so down here looks like we're good. Now, we do have this room here. Hold on. What have we done here? Alright. No, that's fine. Let's go upstairs then. As long as nobody smashes in the windows. What was that? It's like a buzzing noise. Might be just a window. Okay, there's nobody up here. They could have also been up here and jumped down. Okay, I'm not going to check out the toilets yet. What do we got up here? I'll check out like these rooms in a second because they're all closed off. I'm not that worried about it. Oh, shit. All right. Well, that one's got one in it. This one doesn't. Hold on. Before you break that door, because it's only glass, these two are safe. God damn. Okay. Hi, love. Fuck off, love. I don't know if you're the only one in this room, but I don't think there's any other zombies up here. Okay, she's dead. I gotta check out all the fucking rooms, because they could still have a zombie in them. You can patch up apron with better stats, bulletproof vest. Yeah, I also know that like I can patch holes and stuff. One thing I wanted to do with like the tailoring was last time I had a winter in game, oh, this one's a long room. Last time I had winter, I had a lot of holes in my clothing and I couldn't do tailoring. I couldn't patch anything. So yeah, I want to be able to, if I have something, I want to be able to patch it up if I can. So that would be kind of useful. I got running skills. I guess that won't hurt. Hold on, how are those going? Yeah, I've got a 1 on running. I've got a strength though, which is wild because one of my girls was like puny. Hold on. I have water here, so this is an option. I want to fill up my water bottle. Yeah. It gets OP at high levels. Like, I've heard that, like, a lot of stuff is really good at high levels. Like, for instance, it makes sense that you kind of want to, like, level up, you know, like, first aid and shit like that. But again, it's one of those things where it's like, if you can't keep your person alive, there's no point in, like, getting high skills in first aid because, like, you could potentially... No, I'm not walking on that roof. Like, you could potentially, like, die to a scratch or a bite, you know, before you even get a chance to really do anything about it. I could actually leave that open. That would give us light up here. There we go. Alright. So upstairs is clear. There is some, like, rooms over here. I'll take a look at what they've got. I can also get up electrical skills a little bit higher if I wanted to by taking apart all the clocks and shit. There's mostly just paper. I've got a lot of wood at home, and I've got like a lot of materials that I could let her open. It looks very stabby. I'm finding a lot of staplers, I gotta admit. I don't know why staples are all of a sudden like a huge thing, but yeah, I keep finding a lot of them. Cordless phone, I could probably pull that apart. I don't mind finding things that they can pull apart later. Because if she's in her car and I've got to stop somewhere randomly at night, I at least feel like I can kind of do something about it. I actually wouldn't mind just moving her out of here, but I don't really need to be up here, so it's fine. So we'll head back downstairs. As long as none of the windows downstairs are broken, we should be fine to just take a bit of time and loot. They look like they're all solid. Good. Nice. Let's have a look at what we got over here. I have a lot of herbs and shit. I would like to dabble in like fucking around with like plating shit and other stuff eventually. Like, I also wouldn't mind taking like some extra cleaning liquid and bin bags and shit like that. Like, these are good for like more food, but like I have to be able to cook them. And like I said, I have got a generator. I have got a electric stove and shit, but I need the antique stove for the warmth in winter. If I'm going to be cooking something, I want to be next to something that gives me warmth, because I'm pretty sure even with like the multiple layers, once it's snowing, it seems to be like too much kind of thing. Like it's too cold. I also haven't really used like baking soda shit. Leave that there for a moment because I'm not trying to take more ingredients. I have some, but I'm not up to doing a lot of cooking at this point. Canned stuff, lollies, stuff that's going to give her a bit of weight, and or go for like a good, like if I can pack it into a car or something like that and go for a trip, I'm okay with it. Like it's a non-perishable, if you will. Cheese, rotten, eggs. I'll also have to check on those chickens on the way home too. Like I know that like there's also cows and there's also like pigs and shit like that. Like I could also like get milk and shit from them, but I just don't feel like taking the time to like befriend the cows and pigs and stuff and try to like mess around with that at this point, you know? I apparently don't have extra space for the cow's milk in there. I can't be already full up in my backpack, but I guess, yeah. All right, we'll carry as much as we can. The good thing is I do think I killed what zombies were at the front of the store. I don't have to worry about them. This place is pretty much good. Taking damage again. There is a chicken foot, oysters, pork chop, chicken leg. I don't think there's going to be anything in here, but sometimes there's like bologna or something that you can get. The bologna's rotten. Okay, that's fine. It's worth looking because like sometimes there's also gingerbreads and stuff like that. Like this isn't rotten. Crispy square. That will give her some food. Yeah, anything I can find that, like, while I'm out here will keep her fed and maybe give her a little bit of weight. That would be good. I'm trying to get her back up to about 80. We've lost the low weight, so that's really good. And I know there'll probably be, like, flour in the kitchen, which I'm not too worried about at this point. Chicken zombie may be interesting. I mean, I didn't necessarily mean, like, a chicken zombie, but alright, I think we're good. I could turn off my torch. She's pretty fucking exhausted from this, but we're gonna loot this place about as much as I can, as much as I can fill up the car with, before I consider going and taking her to sleep, if I can. As long as we're not interrupted in here, because the good thing is because I've like driven around a few times and like beat my horn, I've kind of irritated the zombies out of a lot of the buildings and shit. Hey, Elzoroth, Raiders, welcome in. What are you guys up to? What are you guys playing today? I'm roaming around in Zomboid tonight. I don't know if that's there we go. I'm trying to remember how to do, you know, classic shout out stuff. I forget every fucking time, hey. Real life lifespan. The volume off. The options. Nah, I'm not gonna turn off the jump scare. So welcome in, Mac. I keep it on because I'm like, if like, apart from the fact that it does sometimes tell me that there is a zombie there, which can sometimes like literally save my life, like before when I got the jump scare and stuff, I'm like, as much as I flailed wildly, like I would also still flail wildly if I didn't have the jump scare, but it does kind of like tell me that like there's a zombie sometimes if I'm running past something, you know? So it is good because I don't always notice them, especially like when I had like deaf or hard of hearing characters. It was like super useful to like alert me and stuff. Was it knocked out some more shadow hearts? Oh yeah. To write a script for it because my brain just can't retain the command. Nah, it's all good. Also, if you've got to like get some food and rest and stuff, go for it. I'll be here. Be here for a bit longer. I'm trying to get some food and I'm trying to like stockpile stuff for winter so that I can kind of like stay in my base